Hi there, I'm Vincent Boss and I provide dating and self-improvement advice. And in today's podcast, we're going to be discussing dumper feelings when their ex dates new people. I provide audio and email coaching to help people try and get their ex back or get a new girlfriend or boyfriend. Check out my website for more details. www.dateme.tips. Please check your spam and junk folders if you are expecting an email from me. So now let's get back into today's podcast, and today we are discussing dumper feelings when their ex dates new people. If you have been dumped, you might be wondering how your ex would feel if you dated new people. As a dumpee, it can feel like you're cheating on your ex, even if you were dumped. Whether you want your ex back, or whether you want to get serious with someone new, it can play on your mind how your ex would likely feel if and when you start dating again. In today's podcast, I'm going to be telling you 3 likely feelings a dumper has when their ex dates new people. So let's get straight into this, and number 1 is curious. So when a breakup takes place, a dumper feels a low level of romantic emotional attraction for their ex. The dumper will need to regrow this attraction to a necessary high point for them to consider contacting their dumpee again and considering reconnecting. There is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back, but the best way to start growing attraction is to use my version of a no contact rule. I've spoke about this lots in other podcasts, so if you would like to learn more about my version of a no contact rule, please check out my YouTube channel, click on the playlist option and listen to the playlist called The No Contact Rule. Then you will be able to fully immerse yourself in my theory of the no contact rule and why I believe it gives you the best possible chance of success. But in today's podcast, I'm going to be focusing on the second best way to grow attraction, and that is very important because you can't just rely on one way of growing attraction. You need to be using as many different ways as you can. And the second best way to grow romantic emotional attraction in your former partner's mind is by dating new people. And this is via social proofing. So social proofing is the theory that people are influenced by the actions and decisions of others. So if we're going to use this in the context of dating, then let's imagine a dumper, they've ended a relationship, they've become the dumper. If their dumpee begins dating somebody new, if they start dating different people, then a dumper might subconsciously be thinking to themselves, well, if other people are dating my dumpee, then maybe my dumpee had more value than I was thinking originally. Maybe my dumpee is a better person than I gave him credit for. Maybe my dumpee is somebody who I should never have ended the relationship with. So if you are a dumper and you see your dumpee dating different people, whether it's lots of different people or whether it's just one person, it doesn't really matter. The basis to it is that the theory of social proofing is coming into play. And a dumper who ended a relationship, who has a low level of romantic emotional attraction for their dumpee, the dumper is now thinking, well, somebody else sees value in them. Or maybe lots of different people see value in them. So why don't I? They'll start questioning themselves. Why did I end the relationship if somebody else is very happy to be with my ex? This is the way that social proofing can come into play. And this is where a curiosity can start to grow in a dumper's mind. The level of romantic emotional attraction between two people in a relationship is very high. And for various potential reasons, this would have dropped for a breakup to have taken place. And the dumper would have been feeling, as I said, a very low level of romantic emotional attraction at the time of the breakup. So they're only going to reconnect with their ex. They're only going to send out a message. They are only going to start getting curious again if this level is grown. And like I've just been saying, social proofing is perhaps the second best way to grow romantic emotional attraction, to bring it to the level of intrigue and curiosity after using my version of a no contact rule. So if you use this in tandem, this is something which can grow curiosity in your ex the dumper's mind. So now let's move into point number 2 and the second point of today's podcast of likely feelings that a dumper will have if and when they find out that their ex, the dumpee, is dating new people. And number 2 is jealous. So if the level of romantic emotional attraction has already started to regrow, then a dumpee dating new people will likely create more than intrigue in a dumper's mind. Instead, it's likely to cause the dumper jealousy. So as I was saying, there are more than one way to grow attraction in your ex's mind. Although there is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back, there are different things you can do. And as I said in point number 1, perhaps the best thing you could do is to implement my version of a no contact rule. So if you have already been doing that, or maybe you've been implementing the other hints and tips that I've given in other podcasts, then you might be in a position where this level of romantic emotional attraction is already growing in your ex the dumper's mind. Maybe they are already approaching the intrigue level, the curiosity level. So then if it gets to a point of where you, the dumpee, start dating new people, this could potentially move your ex, the dumper, to the next level. And that is to jealousy. Now, jealousy is a very powerful emotion, and I would never encourage deliberately making somebody jealous. When you deliberately make somebody jealous, you are playing with fire. You never know how somebody's going to react. It is a very powerful and volatile emotion. However, if jealousy is being grown in a natural way, then that is life. That is something that will happen. A dumpee can't put their life on hold just in the concern that their dumper might start to feel jealous. Just as a dumper can't put their life on hold if they're concerned that their ex, the dumpee, might be jealous about the life they are living. People can't do that. So when you are going through natural life jealousy, then that is something that happens. That's part and parcel of life. As long as you're not deliberately creating that jealousy because it is volatile. So as a dumpee or even as a dumper, whatever position you're in, if you're moving forward with your life, if you're dating new people, that is not something that you should be worried about creating jealousy, because it's natural, it's to be understood, it's what life is. And therefore, if you are not really pushing that in an unnatural way, if you're just doing this in a natural, regular sense way where you're moving forward and you're dating new people, then jealousy is something which could naturally move into a dumper's mindset. And that is the stage on from a curiosity. It's really moving into that intrigue. It's really becoming that jealousy. And that is when there is an increased possibility once more of a dumper reaching out to their ex. Now, if you are a dumpee and you're dating new people, you should be doing this from the perspective of being honest and genuine. I don't want you doing this just from a thought of, you know what, this might increase the chance of me getting my ex back. Yes, that is the case. But I want you to be doing it in a fair and honest way, where you're at least giving this person you are with an opportunity, because you might find out they are even better than your ex. It is not fair to date somebody new if they are under the impression this could go somewhere and you're thinking to yourself, this is just casual. If you are only in the mindset of casual, then you must find somebody else who is in a similar position. You can find them. There's plenty of people who have similar thoughts. And if there are two consenting adults that have the same mindset of where they want to be going forward, then that is fine. But I do say you need to be honest with how you are feeling when you are connecting with somebody new. Don't date somebody new as a way of just creating jealousy and curiosity in your ex's mind. Do it from a perspective of where you know it's going to grow that in your ex's mind. However, you are going to give this new person a chance. That is the crucial thing. Because then if you find out they're an even better option than your ex, then if and when you hear from them, you won't be interested. You'll be saying to your ex, look, it's lovely to hear from you. I'm really glad we can reconnect in a positive way, on a friendship side possibly, but I'm not interested in anything more than that. You've got to give yourself a chance of meeting somebody new and actually connecting with them properly. However, not everybody you meet is going to be right for you. And if you are dating somebody new and they don't quite feel right, and maybe it was heading towards a natural conclusion anyway, and then you hear from your ex due to curiosity or maybe due to jealousy, you will be in a position of where you can really build that communication and arrange a meet and move things forward. Now, depending on whether your ex is more curious or more jealous will dictate in the type of message they send you. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter what position your ex contacts you in, providing they are respectful and it feels like something that can be built upon. You don't want to be dealing with somebody who does not have a stable mindset because they are incredibly jealous, just as a dumper doesn't want to be dealing with that from a dumpee. So just be careful on that. Just look out for the signs. If somebody's behaving in a way which is erratic, if somebody's behaving in a way which doesn't feel positive, then perhaps this is because they're too jealous, and you need to be considering this moving forward, because if somebody's jealous now, then they might be jealous in the future, and that is not constructive when you want a long-lasting relationship. So now let's move into point number 3 and the final point of today's podcast about likely feelings that a dumper might have if they find out that their ex, the dumpee, is dating. And point number 3 is relieved. So if you're a dumpee and you behaved inappropriately after the breakup, then your ex will likely feel relieved to find out you're dating new people. But what do I mean by behaving inappropriately? Well, basically, it includes the things that I've only just mentioned, jealousy being one. If you are a dumpee and you are behaving in an erratic way to your ex-dumper, if you're behaving in a jealous, needy or possessive way after your breakup has been finalised, then you are not putting yourself in the position where your ex-dumper is likely to want to reconnect with you. If anything, they will be relieved if and when they hear you are dating new people. If you've been dumped, you've got to make sure that you behave in the best possible way to give you the best possible chance of reconnecting one day if you want to. If you use some of these negative traits such as jealousy, possessiveness, neediness, bitterness, anger, if you don't have a stable mindset, then this is inappropriate behavior and this will not help you. Your ex will be relieved if and when you date new people. They will be waiting for the day that happens, because it will mean that you will stop pestering them. It will mean that they can feel like they can move forward without feeling nervous. You do not want to be the type of person that is making your ex-dumper feel really, really concerned about their lifestyle because they don't know how you're going to react. You don't want your ex-dumper to feel pity for you, and you don't want them to be feeling fearful about your behaviour. If you behave in these negative ways, then at some point you won't just be blocked, but they might contact the authorities. A dumper has every right, just as a dumpee does, just as anybody does, to feel safe and secure. And if an ex is behaving in an inappropriate way and they are no longer in a position where they are feeling secure because they don't really know how their ex is going to be behaving, what they're going to do next, then a dumper in this instance is definitely going to be feeling relieved if and when their former partner connects with somebody new. So it's been very important that I've discussed point number 3, because you have to understand that due to the relationship, the breakup and the aftermath will all come together and really position you as a dumpee and your ex as a dumper about what journey you're going on, what path you are going on, and how you behave will dictate the future. If you keep a stable mindset, then you can grow romantic emotional attraction, you can grow curiosity, you can grow jealousy, and you can also put yourself in a position where your ex is delighted, they are relieved when they find out you're dating someone new, because you are not someone that they want to connect with again. So please remember, your behaviour post-breakup is crucial. Always be somebody who is positive, moving forward, happy, carefree and fun. I know it's not easy. Negativity is a natural emotion to be going through after a breakup, but the sooner you can get a stable mindset, the sooner you can do the right things, and the sooner you can become more positive about yourself and date new people, you will be in a much better position to one day hear from your ex again. Whether or not they are the right person for you, if and when they do contact you, well, that is for you to decide at that moment. But you must put yourself in the position. You must connect with new people and be positive. Don't be the type of person that somebody feels awkward around, that feels nervous around. Be the type of person that others want to spend time with, and social proofing will work in your favour. If you believe that this podcast has helped you, then please consider buying me a coffee. The link to do so is in the description.
Yeah, if you miss your ex, we can help with that. Help you get him back, or we can help find you someone else. Yeah, Vincent Bo, the relationship coach, giving you some insight, bringing you a new approach. DateMe.tips, go and check the site, giving you advice, helping with your love life. Get your ex back or move to the next. Ain't no sweat, you know Vincent Bo got you. Finding love ain't no problem. Yeah, DateMe.tips, check it out now.